All right, welcome back, guys. How's everybody doing still tonight? Catherine's having lots of trouble getting all of her spells into the macros.
I'm
I'm
having a
having
great
lots
time.
of
I don't
trouble with a
understand.
lot of things, Kyle.
I mean, we already know that, but I want to make sure everybody knew what the trouble is at this moment.
Mm-hmm. Thank you. Specificity.
What? Augment.
Yeah, so I think you guys all got your everything set up for the most part, right? Except for maybe a couple spells.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Let's go, my guy.
Oh, so you're ready to just get into it?
Wait,
I'm
what?
ready.
Hold up, wait. Huh?
He's about to D&D.
God, it's like you guys needed a bunch of spells or something. Just
Gosh.
don't play wizards. Just play bards. They're so much more fun
You act
and
like you're
easy.
a bunch of magic users or something.
It's almost like we're in a magical world.
Almost.
Almost.
One would believe. Does a rapier do slashing or piercing damage?
Piercing.
And I took a token out of Toto's book. What kind of damage does a whip do, Kyle?
Mm-hmm.
That one's slashing.
You know me. I gotta get that fifth instrument in there.
Ooh. Oh.
Oh my god. Okay. Are we starting or?
Are you ready to start?
I don't know. I think I'm just nervous.
I mean, I'm super nervous too, so it's okay. We'll just all be super nervous together.
Okay.
Wait, I'm not nervous.
Why are you not?
Says the bard. Thank you.
Bards aren't allowed to be nervous.
Oh no, we're allowed to be nervous. We just can't
no,
tell anybody.
Yeah,
we're
you have to
nervous.
be the face of confidence the whole time.
Frig, right? Frig.
Okay. So let's get into this.
Oh,
I'm going to say some things. And these are things that the audience realizes is wrong, but your characters do not realize are wrong. Okay?
What?
So just listen, okay? I'm going to start reading what I wrote. Audience members, you will forever know that I am wrong. Characters, you do not. The year is 1493. It is the night of the 5th Quidditch World Cup, London versus Bohemia. It's a dark, foggy night, and most of the wizarding world in Europe is in attendance of the cup. The streets are quiet as we fade to a familiar alley. Shops align both sides of the street, displaying odd names, such as Weasley's Wizard Wheezes and Flourish and Blots. Lamps light the street as a small number of witches and wizards finish up some window shopping. But most shops are already closed as their owners are already on their way to the World Cup. We fade in on a very familiar shop. Above the door is a sign that says Ollivanders. We pass through the door and you hear a little jingle from the bell as we open the door and pass through. And we go by the counter. There's a small candle flickering in the background. You see a Daily Prophet laying on the counter. It says, Hermione Granger is missing. Good friend and second in charge, Elsie Rambletide, steps up as Minister of Magic. We continue to pan through the room, passing by this Daily Prophet, going and seeing an old man who's just placing unsold stock back on the shelves. You hear him from his frail old voice. He says, "Did young Master Blackhorn find a wand suitable for him, Mads?" And then we pan down a couple of aisles, and we see a young girl named Madeline, also just performing closing up business, all that kind of stuff. Virginia, will you please describe your character to us?
Yes. I kind of did before, but she's normal height, average height, 5'5". Has like olive colored, darker skin, brown hair, brown eyes. She has an American accent when she responds to Ollivander. She has kind of a sweet disposition, but she, I don't know, I'm nervous. But yes, she's American. She's 5'5". Is there anything else I should say?
And like, I mean, anything you want to.
What does she look like?
Yeah, what does she look like? What is she wearing?
She has short hair, short brown hair, kind of a smooth texture. She wears business casual, nothing, no like jeans. She wears nice pants and a shirt, nothing that would be misconstrued as unprofessional. She holds herself well. She is kind of has like a strong frame. She's not like super skinny at all. She seems like she knows what she's doing. She holds herself in like she seems intelligent, all that jazz. Yeah,
Cool.
that's it.
And as Ollivander has asked you, did Mr. Buckthorn find a wand suitable for him?
Yes, sir, I believe he did. If not, he'll just have to come back.
Wow.
If that's not the most American thing ever.
No kidding. Oh gosh.
Welcome to Ollivanders. Get your shit
Yeah.
and get out.
Exactly.
That's what it's like when Ollivander's not around.
We love kids.
He goes, "Are you planning on going to the cup tonight?"
I'm not sure. I think I might stay here and clean some things up. That's okay with you.
I think you should go. Someone,
Really?
have you ever been to a Quidditch World Cup?
Definitely not in the UK, but I've been to some bigger games with my family in the States.
It's a completely different experience here in Europe. You should go out. You're young. I can close up the store for once.
Okay, I guess I'll go.
She's so American.
She wanted to.
Goodness gracious.
Sure, sir. Heck, the old man. I'll go have fun.
So then we watch as Madeline exits the store, and we see Ollivander closing up some stuff, putting some stuff away. With a flick of his wand, you see the last couple of wands fly back onto the shelf. And as we exit the store, we fade over to a giant stadium. You already hear roaring and cheering from all around the stadium. Bright lights are shined on the stadium. You see people warming up to practice. And we fade in on a young man this time. Jake, can you describe your character?
Yeah, so Lucas is probably standing he's probably about 5'10", but he definitely lies and says he's 6 feet tall. He has a guitar strapped to his back, and where someone might have a gun holstered, you would believe, he definitely has his harmonica ready.
Is it in like a gun holster, or did he make one that's specific?
It looks like a harmonica, like a leather harmonica holder that it has a belt piece on it.
Nice.
And it's clipped to his belt. He wears probably like a blue, like a teal button-up shirt, halfway open, exposing a bit of like the tufts of hair that he has on his chest. He wears not form-fitting, but not overly loose pants, and some some brownish boots. I think he has like blonde hair that is, it's parted on the right side of his head, and it's cut short on one side and it's longer on the other, through the part. And he has these very lively blue eyes. I think that's his most notable feature. And I think he stands nervous, trying to shake off his demeanor, as he knows that he is set to perform soon at the Quidditch World Cup.
Yeah, and as we're like watching Lucas relax and trying to calm his nerves a little bit before performing at the biggest sporting event in the wizarding world, you see people running around behind him. Lucas received a letter that he was in charge of the pregame show before the Quidditch World Cup. So you see people running around behind him. He's in charge of it all, so they're all running, trying to set up the stage, do everything for him. You hear people yelling, telling him to move stuff over here, pushing crates back and forth, and this grisly-looking, almost like a half-giant figure walks up to you, and he goes, "All right, Mr. Barlow, we got your 6 canary creams, 27 decoy detonators, 14 broomsticks, 3 flying carpets, 16 pygmy puffs, and 1 headless hat. Did we forget anything?" And he's like checking it off of a clipboard.
And he looks at him and goes, like, I think in the back of his head, he's like, "This show's about to be way bigger than I thought it was." And he's like, "Yeah, is the rest of the band here?"
And he looks down at his clipboard and he goes, "Shit. Did anybody call the band?"
And I think Lucas goes, "Shit, nobody called the band. I guess I'll have to do this on my own."
Oh, so you just tell him to call off the rest of the band?
Yeah, I think like the Barlow blood gets the best of him. He's like, "I got that. I can do this by myself. It's not that many people."
I think like a smaller person runs up to you and goes, I played the drums once in my 5th year."
And I look at him and go, "No, buddy. That's a no for me, dog."
And he just looks a little sad. And the half giant looks at him and goes, "Get back to work. Go move those crates." And he's like, yes, sir," and runs off. What is your plan for your pregame show?
Yeah, I think with the absentee of the rest of the band, he will take the center stage.
Mm-hmm.
He will switch out his electric guitar to an acoustic guitar, and he will walk out. And I think he will just give a solo performance instead of. I think he'll still do what it takes to make a big flashy performance with everything else, and he'll just be much more forceful with the guitar. It won't be so elegant on his acoustic guitar, but it'll just come off better, I think, playing that way.
Okay. So yeah, we see Lucas gets a little bit more nervous as he realizes he's on his own, and we fade out from that scene, and we fade off into like a jungle. Or a forest, and we go through the trees, the canopies, and we go to this small cabin, mostly secluded by itself. You can still hear the roaring from the stadium. This forest isn't far from where the stadium was set up, so you can hear the roaring from the stadium and campers who are camped about around the stadium. And we fade in on Kendra. Can you describe your character?
So, I am Kenny Shacklebolt. Probably not in my cabin right now, just out amongst the trees, just studying the different creatures, probably talking to like what are they called? The little I can't remember.
Looking things, a bow truckle?
Yes, a bow truckle or something.
See, you do that finger motion, I think of finger chimes. So
Okay.
And that's why you're the bard.
Just like hanging out with them bow truckles and like fairies or something. I don't know. Taking notes. They're lean, tall, dark skin, hair, black hair cut short.
Can't hear you, Kyle.
I'm not talking.
Oh, my bad. I'm looking at the stream and I forgot there's a delay.
It's like I didn't say anything, so I hope so.
Yeah. In just regular, like, casual clothes, probably a little dirty, because they don't really fucking care. But yeah, that's Kenny.
Okay.
Kind of annoyed with the noise.
Right. But as you're strolling about the forest, playing with fairies and whatnot, you see, like, off in the distance, these flashes of light. And you hear, like, chains rattling in these flashes of light. And then you hear like animal grunts, but it sounds like 3 distinct animals are grunting coming from where this light is flashing.
Do I know what animals they would be?
Make a nature check. First roll of the game, guys.
That's really something I should be proficient in. Alas, I'm not.
A 12? Yeah, I don't think it would be, it sounds like one grunt you hear, it sounds like almost like a goat. That one's easy for you to tell what it is. Then you hear like this almost like a roaring, like chuffing sound that sounds like it's coming from a big...
Who's trash in me?
That's my friend Brendan, dude.
Oh, true.
Sorry, guys.
Yeah.
Our stream decided that it just didn't want to work. It's okay. We're back now.
Be back.
So yes, you can make a stealth check to see if you can kind of sneak up on them to see what's going on. I'm sure you're so good at that too.
I should be, you think?
We'll see.
It's not horrible.
I mean, we're just gonna keep going with the 12s, right?
Guess so.
Guess so.
That's just all you're gonna roll this time.
But hey, my passive wisdom and investigation are 17. Just so you know.
Do we know who's playing the World Cup?
Huh?
Do you know who's playing?
Who's playing what?
What the teams are in the World Cup? Or is that like
It's London versus Bohemia.
Okay. New.
Bohemia. La vie bohème.
So yeah,
Bohem?
you try to sneak up, and you get closer. You see like this hooded figure. It's humanoid size. Probably not much taller than you, and they've got their hood up, and you out of like where their hand would be, you see a chain going up into the air, and you see this monstrous beast that has 3 heads coming off of it. It's got these huge red wings coming out of its body. Its body looks like that of a lion with a dragon tail coming out of the back. And then along with a lion's head coming out of the front, one head is a goat and another head is that of a reddish looking dragon. And the person holding it on the chain is like zapping at it to get it to try and calm down and to keep it moving. And you just hear it like, hey, calm down. We're almost there. Calm down, you mangy creature. And he'll like zap it. And then they're walking towards the noise of the cup.
Okay. Do I get the vibe that, like, this creature is meant to be for some form of, like, entertainment or whatever?
No, it seems
like,
very angry.
Like...
And it seems like not only are they zapping it to keep it moving towards the cup, it also looks like it's just angering it more and more.
I'm gonna walk out.
Okay.
Excuse me, sir.
He like turns around real quick. He says, "What are you doing out here?"
I live out here.
He says, "Nobody lives out in these woods." And you see him like loosening the chain out of his hands.
No, I promise. My cottage is just around the corner.
Well, go back home. This has nothing to do with you.
Well, see, I study beasts like these, and it doesn't seem like you're treating this quite well.
This is my animal. I can treat it however I want to.
I don't agree with that.
Go back to your cabin. Mind your business.
Where are you going?
That's none of your concern.
Well, it is because I just asked.
Like I said, none of your concern. Go back to your cabin before you get hurt.
I don't think I will.
And you see him, like, he zaps the the Chimera one more time and lets go, and you see it fly off towards the cup. And he says, "Now it's too late." And he goes to like run towards the cup.
I'll follow.
Okay, so you're like chasing him down. Let me see something. Yeah, you just chase after him.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And as that's going on, we fade out. We see Kenny chasing after this person who's chasing after the Chimera, which is just flying straight towards the cup, angrily roaring. You see fire blowing out of it every once in a while. And then we fade back into the cup where Lucas's set is beginning to start. Would you like to describe that, Lucas?
Yeah, I think he walks out and he says, "Good evening. My name is Lucas Barlow, and I'm here to give you a bit of entertainment. You may not know me. I'm a bit small artist around here, but I hope to change that with this event. It's going to be a great game. It's going to be a great game tonight. Anyways, here's Wonderwall." No, I'm just kidding.
You hear just a big boo.
Yeah, no. So he turns his guitar around, and he starts playing a very familiar melody to everybody here in chat, and is playing the opening to "Sugar We're Going Down" by Fall Out Boy begins to play. And he begins playing, and I think throughout the entirety of the set, everyone would notice that he only sings pop punk songs.
Okay.
And so it probably lasts about half an hour, and the big finale is probably "I Write Sins Not Tragedies" by Panic at the Disco.
All right.
And it finishes. He takes his guitar and he goes to smash it as he gets super excited, and he pulls back and goes, "Wait, I can't buy a new one."
Oh geez.
And
You're making
he goes over it, and then he slowly puts it back on. And he just hopes that this first performance of his goes well. And he tells everybody good night, and he gets off of the stage, and I think he walks up to the big hulking beast that was there earlier talking to him.
Uh-huh.
And he goes, "I'm glad I wore dark pants. Damn near pissed myself at the beginning." He goes, "That was nerve-wracking. I've only ever played at the Leaky Cauldron."
And he looks at me and goes, "Your biggest show before this one was the Leaky Cauldron back in London."
Yeah.
That's
my whole point.
I mean, you did a great job, but how did you land this?
And he goes, "There was a lot of, magic involved." And he steps off the stage, he steps off the last stair and begins walking back to what would be his powder room.
You definitely see this huge eye roll. You can tell that this person is not magically inclined, so you just rolls his eyes and walks away. Yeah, and as you're walking back to your powder room, I think that's when Lucas, you hear from your powder room as you open the door, you hear screaming and crashing coming from the cup. And at first you're like, this is probably just the game getting ready to start. And then you realize that it doesn't sound like cheering like the game's starting. It sounds like people are scared.
He probably opens the door and hears the screams. He goes, "Damn, I thought I did pretty good."
And you open the door and people are running, screaming past you, leaving.
I probably I jostle back, and I go, what the hell is going on here? And I gather my thing, I gather my guitar, and I head out the door to try to figure out what's going on. I probably head towards the towards this scene.
Yeah, so as you're walking towards, you definitely hear just people screaming and running, and you probably hear like little kids talking about how like this big three-headed monster breathing fire, ramming into the posts and them falling down. Like, it sounds like the whole stadium is getting ready to collapse around you as all these people are running by, and eventually you walk out into the open. And I think, Madeline, you would be here too. You would have gotten to the cup by this point. So you would see all of this going down as everybody's running past you. And you see this giant three-headed monster just swooping around the perimeter of the stadium, and just like swooping down and breaking the stands. And you see people flying, people are running. Every once in a while you see like a spell go off. But I think like you realize that not a lot of people are fighting because something like this hasn't happened for 30 years. Offensive magic hasn't been practiced for 30 years since Voldemort was destroyed. So
this is I'm sorry, this is the Chimera?
Yes.
You said?
Yes.
Okay.
And you see it swooping around. And yeah, you realize that these people aren't meant to fight anymore. People haven't been practicing fighting. It's been peaceful ever since then. So people are just terrified. People are just terrified. And running out of I don't know, everything just keeps flopping all over the place. It's fixing itself though, and that's kind of scaring me. And it's fixed. I didn't like that at all. So yeah, you see all this happening as the stadium just slowly starts to crumble around you.
Right.
Yes. And before we like roll initiative or anything like that, Kendra, you've caught up to the person. They were zapping the Chimera the whole way to the stadium, and you're outside of the stadium, and they're just standing there like almost like laughing or like just admiring their work as what they've done as like the stadium crumbles in front of them, and this Chimera like swoops down, and you see people flying out being hit by it. You see flames going out. You see people jumping off the sides of the stadium trying to get away from it. Do you do anything?
I'm going to cast Expelliarmus.
On the person?
Yeah.
Okay.
I can't wait till it's my turn.
I'm very scared for it being your turn.
Yeah, well, so would I just roll a spell attack, basically?
Yeah, what does Expelliarmus say?
It says you cause one item the target is holding to fly away. Make an ability check with your spellcasting ability modifier contested by the target's strength check.
Yes, so you would just roll a d20 plus your spellcasting modifier. And then I will roll a strength save, and like that, what you roll will be the DC for the strength save to see if they can hold on to whatever you're blowing out of their hand. That was nothing.
That didn't work. Okay, I'm just gonna...
Okay.
Get yeeted, my boy.
Fight me.
Oh, I can't. There's no even point for me rolling. I couldn't roll a nat 20 and it wouldn't work. So, yeah, they're like laughing and zapping. When the Chimera swoops by, they zap it again to make sure that it stays angry. And all of a sudden, its wand goes flying out of its hand and it turns around and says, "What are you still doing here?"
Stopping you.
And they pull out a dagger and they come running at you.
Shit.
Do you do anything?
Do I have time to get another spell off?
Anyways, here's Fireball.
Well, let's roll initiative, and we'll do everything like that. So let me...
I think my macros are messed up, but I'll fix them later.
Yeah, that's fine. You guys have your tokens and everything, so you can click on them and roll initiative.
Does Roll20 look weird for anyone else?
It does.
The character
sheets
are being very weird. I think maybe they had an update or something. I don't know.
I keep rolling freaking 12s, man.
Oh.
Oh.
What?
Oh, the Chimera's low though.
Oh, the nat 20 of the first nat 20 of the campaign.
initiative?
It's an
Okay.
initiative roll.
Okay.
Whatever.
Still haven't entered it on my spell.
But he doesn't have his wand. Meh.
Keyword, 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 keyword.
Yeah, and so yeah, you'll be there, Catherine. You're at the cup, but you're just outside of it, while Madeline and Lucas are inside watching the Chimera destroy everything. You're outside with this one person right now. But first up is this assassin? So they're gonna come barreling at you.
Me. Oh no. Why did I do this?
F in the chat. First session. Yeah, here's an
12 hit you?
assassin.
Does a 12 hit you?
Hits. Oh no. Shield.
You cast shield? Okay.
Potato.
Yeah, so they run up to you and they like swing this short sword at you. You thought it was a dagger when it gleamed in the light when they first pulled it out, but as they got closer, you realized it was much bigger than what you thought it was. And they swing it at you, and as soon as it's about to hit you, you cast this shield, and it just bounces off this this energy field in front of you. And then it's Matt's turn.
Oh gosh. Oh dear God. Okay.
And I think just to set up like where you guys are, I think Mads, you're standing there like staring at this Chimera. Like I imagine like there's like a little overhang above you guys, and you're staring into the stadium, and you see it swooping around above you and around you. And you look off, you see everybody sprinting away and running away, and you look off to your right, probably about 40 feet away. You see the person that just sang the pregame show standing there, also staring at the Chimera, not running away.
Beautiful. I think after seeing at least more than one person not running, I would kind of like feel like I have to do something, or at least someone else is. There are a group of people at least wanting to help. So I feel the same. I think I'm gonna cast Bombarda.
Okay.
Don't hurt it. Am I close enough to yell that? I don't think so.
No, I don't think you are. Casting that at level 3, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Wait, you can't have a 3rd level spell. Yeah.
It's not. What are you talking about?
I'm confused. We're level 3. We can't cast 3rd level spell.
It's not a 3rd level spell.
Okay.
It's 2nd level.
Never mind.
Right?
Oh, shut up.
Right?
I'm looking. Hold on.
I was gonna say I'm looking. I don't remember.
That's what I have it written down as down here.
Wait,
I may have
hold
just
on.
entered it in wrong.
Oh, Bombarda is
Oh.
Shatter. Shatter is a 2nd level spell.
Yeah, so you're good.
Yeah,
Bombarda is just to shatter. You're good.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Cool.
You have it in as a 3rd level spell, though. I think. You might.
Yeah, it does say 3rd, but that's okay. You can cast it.
Okay.
So you're casting this on the Chimera?
Yes.
Okay. So they pass a save, but roll your damage because they'll still take half.
Okay. Hold on. I'm just gonna do the dice roll. It's 3d8.
Nice.
Hell yeah, bitch.
Okay. Okay. So yeah, you cast
an
a spell.
American.
You see this huge explosion come out around the Chimera, and I think like it doesn't look as shaken as what you would have hoped. You see a couple of people fly off that were around it at the time. They get blasted back, and they look like they're a little bit hurt. You start to notice around the stadium, there's some people casting spells at it. Some of the people look like they're trying to hurt it, and then you see people, you, Lucas and Madeline, you notice probably 4 hooded figures that are shooting spells at it, but their spells look like they're not trying to hurt it, they're trying to antagonize it more. They look completely different than everybody else that's running and everything from the cup. You notice them around, like just around the whole stadium as well. And then, Lucas, it's your turn. You just saw this young girl a couple feet away from you blast the Chimera. What would you like to do? Oh my gosh, what is with the cameras right now? Stop. Just stop.
Okay, so
go ahead. I'm gonna fix
yeah.
this.
Okay, so how far away am I from Madeline?
Probably about 40 feet.
Okay, I'm gonna walk up to about as close to her as I can, and I go, people just do not respect a Chimera and Cambria's metal band anymore. It's ridiculous. We're all just running away. What is this? This is just a regular concert.
Wait.
He so he's like, ugh. I like yell at her. I go, are we trying to stop this thing?
Yes. That's the impression I'm under.
Fine. I guess we can stop this thing.
In the distance you hear, don't hurt it.
Don't shoot her.
And then I guess I'll chime in, and I will say, no, there's no doors to close. All right. I'll just like look. I saw her cast the big spell, right?
Yes, you saw her.
Yeah, I go.
You use a wand, right, Madeline?
What was it?
You use a wand, right, as your focus?
Yes.
Okay, I just had to make sure. Yeah, you saw her pull out a wand and blast this thing.
Okay, then I probably like look at it and I go, is she more than you bargained for yet? And then I'm gonna use vicious mockery.
That definitely hits.
I'm dying to
Wait, isn't vicious mockery a save?
Oh, you might be right. It might be a save.
I think it's a wisdom save.
Okay, so it's DC 14.
Okay. Am I right? Do you have it? Am I correct on it being a wisdom save?
I think you are. I think I was just dumb.
Okay. No, that's fine.
It's fine that you're dumb.
I mean, no, it's totally fine. DC 14. All right.
Toto uses it all the
stupid.
time. So.
It passed.
Yeah, no. It is a wisdom saving throw.
Okay. Does it take half on passing?
No. It's a cantrip, so it doesn't take anything.
Okay. You see, like, the goat head look at you, and it just, like, gives you dagger eyes.
I look
While
over
the dragon
I look over at Madeline.
Uh-huh.
And apparently I go, you weren't more than it could bargain for. We are about to die.
Someone set me.
And it's innocent. Focus on the hooded figures. I can't do the fucking. Yeah, that.
And then I think, so I moved. I used vicious mockery. I think the next thing I do is I cry. No, I'm just.
I mean, understandable. You probably are a range of emotions right now. You just did, like, the best show of your life alone, and now you're fighting a Chimera. I mean, what's the worst that could happen?
You die.
It's only, like, the first, like, major terrorist attack in 30 years, and you're here for it. Your show started it off, so.
How did we know this is a terrorist attack?
I mean,
I do.
It's not that hard to discern right now. You see these 4 hooded figures taunting this Chimera that's blowing up the stadium.
Okay.
And I think he'll continue to sing his same opener, and he'll sing it more directly at Madeline and give bardic inspiration with a bonus action.
Okay.
Oh, thanks.
Cool. And then, Kenny, it's your turn.
All right,
We
so
pan back outside of the stadium where you can faintly hear the screaming and the roaring as people are trying to get away from this thing. What do you do?
So you want to fight with poison?
Okay.
Hiya! Oh, that's really dumb.
Are we fighting this thing? Or are you doing hooded figures?
I'm fighting the
She's
assassin.
outside of the stadium fighting the one hooded figure that was bringing the Chimera to the stadium.
Mm-hmm,
There are 4 others inside of the stadium that you and Lucas see.
So he takes 6 poison damage.
Okay.
And then that's my turn.
Okay. Now it's the Chimera's turn.
No.
I'm gonna see what this thing can do.
Look, I'm just saying, they fought a Chimera and Jace Bellerin, and they were level 5 and got yeeted. So, like, I'm real nervous right now.
Well, I think, like, it's definitely gonna take like its actions, to bite and like its horns and its.
Oh
claws
yeah, no.
But like, you're in this huge stadium, and it doesn't know who's hitting it, what's hitting it with what. So I think it's just blasting everywhere.
It just started blasting.
Yeah, it doesn't really know what to do right now, so it's just angry and just hitting whatever's closest to it.
Right.
So I think on like a flyby, its dragon head comes out and snaps at you, Lucas. So this one's on you.
Cool. Okay. That's a hit.
Ouch.
Oof.
So you'll take 12.
Okay,
Oh,
hold
boy.
on.
Oh,
Let me
no.
see. I'm gonna look and see if I can use cutting words. I don't know if I have that yet or not.
I think it's a 3rd level thing for lore bards.
That's what I thought. I just wanted to make sure.
I think it's just a D6 right now.
Yeah, it is a D6, and then it's a reaction, correct?
Yes.
Mhm.
And you can use it on the attack or the damage. I don't know if it.
And it's
I don't.
gotcha. And it's as if using. Yeah, I'm gonna roll it.
Okay. I don't think doing anything on the attack will help, but you can do the damage.
Yeah, no, yeah, that's what I was gonna do. Is the damage.
Okay.
So I'll take 9.
Yep. And I think on that same flyby, when the dragon goes to bite at Lucas, you see it like grab like the front of his shirt, scratch up his chest a little bit, pull him forward, and then let go. As it's like trying to let go of him, it pushes its paws into the stadium, and this claw is on you, Madeline.
Yeet.
Shit.
It's just defending itself.
So you'll take 11.
Okay.
And I think that's
Okay.
I think that's its turn. It pushes off of the stadium. It starts to like crumble around you a little bit, like it's looking a little shaky, and then it flies off and continues its rampage. And then it's this assassin's turn. I think they are going to I think it's gonna take the disengage action, and it's gonna try and run away from you, Kendra. You hit it with the poison spray, and it like falls to its knees, and they look up at you, and you finally see their face. It's this hideous, dirty, very scrawny looking man. He smiles at you, and you see these yellow, gross teeth, and they speak to you in parcel tongue, and I don't think you understand all of it, but you do pick out one word because I feel like it would be the same in parcel tongue and in English. You pick out Nagini. They say this phrase, and then at the end of it, they say Nagini, and then they run away.
Interesting.
She did.
Yeah. Nagini is dead. I'm very confused.
And then
Been
Madeline, it's your turn.
Heck. Okay. So, after getting hurt by this thing, I think I would definitely be slightly angry, but I'd realize that it's just, flailing.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't know what's happening.
Mm-hmm.
And I see, like, those hooded figures surrounding it, like, trying to control it. And are they attempting to get it out at all? Or are they just there being dicks to it?
They're just being dicks to it.
Cool. Let's fuck them up, then.
Oh, okay.
Don't forget, you also have Bardic Inspiration.
What does that do?
You can add an additional D6 to hit.
Cool.
You can also add it to an ability check.
We're not making no ability checks in
I know,
combat.
I'm like,
I know, I'm just messing with you,
If I
Catherine.
if I keep it, if I don't use it right now.
You have 10 minutes to use it.
Okay, so I just have to use it in combat.
well, not necessarily.
You mumble.
She's like, I don't really have. You don't have to use it because I don't want you to kill the Chimera. But
Well, I'm not aiming for the Chimera. Was there a hooded figure closest to me that I can attack with Firestorm?
Yes. There's one close enough that you do. What's the range on Firestorm?
Let me check really fast. A self or 15-foot cone. So is it close enough?
A 15-foot cone? Probably not.
Shit.
You probably see one that's probably like around like one of the curves, and you could see them. They're probably about 50 or 60 feet away from you.
Okay. I don't have that one into
What is your movement? Yours to human is like 30 feet, I think.
Yeah. Can I use Wingardium Leviosa to just make one of them float for a time?
Maybe. That's real disrespectful if you can.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Would they have to make like a save or something?
you can cause an object to float into the air. You use your action to move an object no more than 10 pounds up to 30 feet if you wish.
No,
I don't have to move them. I can just make them float for the duration of the spell, right?
No more than 10 pounds.
Yeah.
Though.
So, like, to lift them, they would have to be 10 pounds or less.
It also says that the spell ends if the object you are manipulating is ever more than 60 feet away from you.
What other spells do you have?
I have Bombarda, but that's my second level, and I only have one more spell slot.
Second level spell slot?
Mm-hmm.
Do you have any first level? What are your first level spells?
Firestorm, Aguamente, Protego, and Brachymamendo.
And
But
your cantrips?
Repair, Alohomora, and Wingardium Leviosa.
You really should take more attack.
I know.
Shit, bro.
For reals. What did I do to myself?
What you could do is run towards one of the hooded figures and try to coax him to you and hold your action to firestorm him if he gets close enough. Or would her action be to like get him to come to her?
Darth Brennan in chat says you could throw a rock.
Wow, thank you so much, Michael. That's super helpful.
You probably could throw a rock.
That's fair.
I mean,
So I'm saying, like,
just
spell
pull a
Yarmus is a
Hermione,
good spell to have.
throw a rock at them, and then start punching them in the face.
you know what? I'm going to do both what Catherine and Michael said. I'm going to run towards the closest one to me, the 30 feet, and then pick up a rock and throw it. Can I do that?
Yes.
Okay, let's do that.
Okay.
Do I need to make a roll for that?
Yeah, roll like a d20 plus your dex.
Okay.
That shit would hurt, Michael.
It's literally just 1. My dex modifier is 1.
Okay, so just roll a d20 plus 1.
Oh, Bardic Inspiration.
Does she need it?
No, that hits.
Cool.
Nice. How much damage does a rock do?
Yeah.
A d4, I'm pretty sure.
All right. Perfect.
plus
I
your
would just
strength
justify it as a
bonus?
sling.
Do you
What
want me to roll a d4?
does a sling do a d4 or d6?
It does a d4 plus your strength.
Oh, okay. So a d4 plus your strength if you have any.
She does. She has the best strength.
Nice!
Yeah, I'm pretty ripped.
Okay. Nice.
Fucking
Yeah,
throw a rock
so
at the asshole.
You throw a rock and like they're zapping at the Chimera and it just smacks it right in the face. And they turn towards you and you see like blood trickling down their cheek and they'd point their wand at you like ready.
Can I flick them off? Just be like,
yes, you can. And
cool.
they just do it right back.
Perfect.
Adds his one rebellious beach.
Yes.
I dig it.
Arrogant.
Lucas, it's your turn.
Yeah, I think he sees his new partner in crime, whether she knows it or not, because he doesn't want to fight alone. Take off away from it, and so he probably he follows after her. But I believe the song changes for the bardic inspirations he still has, and he definitely starts singing "Misery Business."
Oh my god.
Nice.
Body like an hour, glasses ticking like a clock.
And and then he's going to. Are we within range of these fools? The people she's throwing the rocks at?
Of the one that she threw the rock at, yes.
How far away are they? Are they 30 feet?
They're
Or
60 feet, 50 or 60 feet from you. They're 30 feet from her.
is that after I move?
Oh, you move towards them?
I move towards her.
Then then you're next to her. They're about 30 feet away.
Okay, then I'm definitely gonna go, hey, watch this. And I go, eat slugs, and I cast. And I'm gonna cast Sluggus Eructo.
I love it.
Okay, so make the attack.
Oh, it is a ranged spell attack. I didn't put it in here, darn
No,
it.
you're fine.
Give 1 second.
Gotta figure out how to be a fucking sorcerer. I don't know how to do this. Tyler, help me!
She just a spellcaster in general.
Right? Spellcasters are so much fun.
Is it Sluggus?
Slugulus Erecto. That's so ugly.
Or just eat slugs.
Yeah, that's definitely what it's gonna be. Just eat slugs.
I dig it.
Oh, I have to choose meta magic still. Oops.
But it's a.
Get it together, Catherine.
It just doesn't do any damage if it hits. That's what it is.
Yeah, they just begin vomiting slugs, and then they have disadvantage on their saving throws and attacks, and they could become poisoned.
Let's see. I can just do.
Michael, I swear to God.
He's such a liar. That did not happen, Tyler.
That did not happen.
What did you say?
He
He said
said
we killed an avatar of Voldemort.
crazy.
Idiot.
Tyler said I go downstairs for 2 seconds. Yeah, that
Well, maybe
hits.
go fucking downstairs, Tyler.
So
Jesus.
you blast them with this. What does it look like?
Yeah, so it says green energy here,
Okay.
but I definitely don't think that it's green energy for him. It's definitely like a light blue kind of color.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like wisping with white and like white and blue, and it's got like almost like a speckle about it as it slams into the person next to the person holding their head because they were beaten by a rock. That is disrespectful, Kyle. Stop it.
I'm sorry, I didn't I didn't choose the rolls. Anyway, so yeah, you hit them with this, and you just see them bend over, just and you see slugs fall out of its mouth.
Yeah, and it's they're still poisoned.
They are poisoned even if they made the con save?
Yeah, so it says on a hit, the target begins vomiting slugs and has disadvantage on their next saving throw or attack roll.
Yeah, so
it
it
must
has
make
that.
a con save. And then it says on a failed save, it is poisoned.
They didn't fail, they got a 21.
Oh.
So they're not poisoned. But
They're not.
They are vomiting slugs all over the place right now.
Yeah, and
You definitely see the one standing next to him. He's like, "Get up! What are you doing?"
yeah, and there's just these like bright blue and white slugs coming out of its mouth.
Okay. Kendra, it's your turn.
Alright. I'm choosing Quicken Spell as one of my meta magics because I'm about to fucking use it.
Okay.
I'm going to cast Stupefy at 2nd level on the Chimera.
Okay.
Level
Oh, are
2.
you there now?
Don't hurt. She's outside of it, but you can see the Chimera.
Well, yeah. How far am I from the thing?
I mean, like distance-wise across like land, you're not maybe 20 feet from like the stadium. Up in the air, it's probably flying a good 80 feet up in the air. So like, is Stupefy like one of those spells that has like a 120-foot range?
It's a 90-foot range.
Yeah, you could hit it.
Okay, I'm still gonna move a little closer towards. Have I seen Mads and Lucas?
No, you have not. You may have seen like the Chimera flying, and then it gets like blown up, and you saw some people go flying a couple minutes ago and stuff like that. But you don't see like who's doing this to the Chimera.
I'm gonna try and get closer so I can see who may be an ally and who isn't.
Yeah, so you can start like making your way through some of the rubble. You can still see it because the stadium's collapsing around it, so like you can still see up into the air. And you make your way into the rubble, and you can see across like almost the whole stadium. You can see, you see a man and a woman, and they're both facing off against two very familiar hooded figures, just like the one that you just chased off. One of them is vomiting slugs everywhere, and the other one's like smacking him on the back of the head, trying to get him to get out of it.
Okay, and was I able to track the guy that ran away from me at all?
No, I mean, if you're not gonna chase them, they just ran off. Like they ran back into the woods.
Oh, okay. I would focus, Kenny, I would focus on the Chimera and trying to stop the destruction. So I'm gonna cast Stupefy on the Chimera.
Okay.
So at second level, it would be 10d8.
Mm-hmm. And it has to make Where's the save?
It's just if it has hit point. There's no save.
Oh, okay. Oh, it's like sleep. Okay, so go ahead and roll.
42? I don't think that's gonna do it.
No, not quite. I think you see it, like, you cast it, and you hit it, and you see it start to, like, drowsy off and, like, lob down almost a little bit. But then, like, right at the last minute, you see, like, the lion's head starting to fall asleep, and the dragon's head, like, snaps at it. And it quick wakes itself back up, and it flies back up into the air.
Damn it.
Man, that was a really good roll, too.
Didn't work.
That was a really good roll. It just quite wasn't good enough.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Son of a bitch. Then I'm going to use... how many sorcerer points does it take to quicken a cantrip?
1.
Just 1? Okay.
It's either
and you
1 or
have...
2.
Are sorcery points like key points? Like you have as many as like what level you are?
No, you have a like a pool of them, and they go away as you use them, and then you get them back at a long rest.
No,
And
yeah,
they,
but like how many do you have? Is it? Like,
I think at like third. I think at third level you have like 4. Like it doesn't scale the same way as key points. I don't believe.
Let me look. I haven't played a sorcerer before. I'm sorry.
You have 3 sorcery points at third level.
That's yeah.
Okay. And then yeah, it does scale like levels.
Yeah. I'm not sure key points do.
Key points do as well.
Uh-huh.
Okay, so I'm going to use a sorcery point to quicken Firebolt and send it at the not the guy that's puking slugs, but the other one.
Okay.
It is 2 sorcery points, just so you know.
Okay, that's fine. 2 sorcery points.
You can convert a spell slot to sorcery points. Did you know that?
Yes.
What?
That's cool.
Yeah, that's what makes them really, really good.
Yeah. As a bonus action on your turn, you can expend 1 spell slot and gain a number of sorcery points equal to the spell slot's level.
That hits.
It's really cool, actually.
Oh,
Nice.
Nice.
Yeah, so
Crank doesn't roll like that, Tyler.
oof. Lucas and Madeline, you see this firebolt shoot from across the stadium from the other side, and it blasts the guy that's trying to knock the slugs out of the guy that you're making puke slugs everywhere. And when you look over, you see just like a mysterious figure off to the other side of the stadium, pointing their wand towards you guys.
Whoa.
Whoa.
What's that?
All right. So the Chimera is going to...
Wait, what? Did I kill him?
No. He's still alive.
Okay.
That Chimera is going to keep... It's still slamming into the stadium and stuff like that. As it flies by you, Kendra, you see the dragon head like rears back, and you see its mouth open, and you can see that bright white glow inside of its mouth, and I'm going to need you to make a dexterity saving throw.
Oh.
You can use bardic inspiration on that as well. Look at Catherine coming in with the save.
Hmm?
Oh, earlier you said that you can use them on saving throws and stuff.
Yeah. And it adds what?
Oh no.
You can roll a d6 to your roll.
Why didn't that do it? Make a dex save.
Okay.
Nice. So you'll only
And
take
then-
half of this.
Oh God. Oh God. Oh no. Oh God. Oh no.
You take half.
You take half.
I mean, yeah. But what?
It's 19. No,
It's 18.
18.
I already took damage beforehand, so I was at 9 hit points.
It's okay. I can save you. You're fine.
Yeah, you're fine. You are down. Lucas,
Yeah.
you look next to you as Madeline falls to the ground after this dragon blasts fire at her.
Yeah, misery business stops. He's like, oh gosh.
Oh boy.
Damn.
Okay, so as that happens, we'll move on to the assassins. I think you see the two that are near you guys. One of them's like, "Get up! We have to get out of here. We can't take them anymore." And he like smacks him, and the one that isn't vomiting slugs, you see just like disappear in a puff of black smoke up into the air.
That motherfucker.
And then the one that's vomiting slugs like topples over, like looks at you, Lucas, and like gives you like just like this glare, like I hate you so much right now, as like a slug slides out of his mouth, and then he poofs up into a thing of black smoke. And I think from the black smoke, when it's like 30 feet in the air, you see one last slug fall to the ground.
Oh man.
And you notice that the other two hooded figures that you saw across the stadium, they blast the Chimera one last time, and then you see two more streams of smoke go up into the air. And now it's just you guys and the Chimera. And I think before we continue, that's where we'll take our last break, and then we'll come back and continue our fight.
Well, shit.
And it'll be Madeline's turn. We'll be right back, guys.